Alright, this is going to be a special edition of the You Decide because the Blood Moon event is out. So this is going to be Blood Moon You Decide only, so we can do our part to still help out with the community. Now, we are playing one evidence, so we do have ghost orbs in here. Are those ghost orbs real? Don't know. Alright, so we're going to act as if the ghost orbs are real. If they are fake, then maybe we can figure it out. Let's see. We have something else in here. Just to make sure, first off. So it is one evidence. So just to make it a little bit easier, because the speeds are going to be slightly faster. Wonder if it switched rooms. Okay. Anyways. So if it is ghost orbs, these are our options that we have to go by. Alright. That's one. That's two. Here, so I'm going to show you the ghost orbs ones again. So again, it's important to keep in mind things like forced evidence. We have not done that in a while because we've been doing no sanity, no evidence, but keep in mind forced evidence. Sometimes with these, it's just easier to get hunted, you know? That's what I say a lot of the time. That's what I say a lot of the time. Good old Mr. Nakies. All of your nakedness. Stay away, Mr. Nakey. Mr. Nakey, stay away. Mr. Nakey? Mr. Nakey. Alright, do you think you know what the ghost is? Let's see. We're not leaving yet, don't worry. Don't worry, just a question, you know? Just a question to get you thinking. You're like, wait, am I supposed to know? Maybe you are, maybe you aren't. Maybe you are. Maybe you aren't. Yeah, we found the bone. Okay. How have we not gotten a paramike response? Jeez, finally. My good lord. It's a minute 30, so it can hunt, because we're not looking at a possible spirit or anything. Failed miserably at closing that. It's gonna be kind of hard to figure out this ghost, really. We dead? Thought we might have been. Thought it was coming in here. Alright. We know for a fact now what the ghost is. Good lord, that took forever. That's right, it was a mimic. We did get 18 blood points. So how did we come to a mimic? I'm not gonna lie, that was very, very difficult. So again, we had our one piece of evidence, which was ghost orbs. Now, when you do that, it does rule out a mimic, but we always had to keep mimic in the back of our mind. We did test for spirit box and orbs and UV, because I think it did tap on that window. We didn't see it, so I'm guessing freezing was the one that was hidden. Go figure, the one that takes the longest and hardest to get. So let's go through this and go over exactly what I was thinking. Right away, when I mentioned about the forced evidence, you know if we have ghost orbs, we could rule out a Hantu and an Obake. You knew it right away. We knew we could rule out an Onryo after it didn't hunt after blowing out the third candle. Once it did hunt, it was normal speed. Normal speed meant that Raiju, Thay, Revenant would be ruled out. So, we're looking at Banshee, Mare, Yurei, Yokai. Mimic was still there, though. So we were able to call it to us in the garage for one hunt, rule out a Yokai. Mare, it actually turned on the light in the dining room. I did not do that. The ghost did that, so I was able to rule out Mare that way, thankfully. I don't know if you got fooled by the light switch off in the hallway. It was a ghost event that was on the stairs. You couldn't really hear the ghost. Again, coincidences, it happens a whole hell of a lot. It's why I wish Mares had a more noticeable ability that could differentiate it. Banshee, you're right. I was thinking Banshee. I'm not going to lie. It was normal speed, the same speed throughout every single hunt. And I was like, I don't think it's going to be a mimic. But it never did the Yurei door touch. It was touching doors a lot, but it never did its ability. And with all the doors there that it could interact with, the fact it never did any, it's like, this is kind of sus. It has to be a Banshee that's just refusing to scream for us, or refusing to roam to us, because I was surprised it never was coming to us. It was doing a lot of singing ghost events, though, but I was looking for that roam to us. It didn't happen. In that last hunt, Ghost was faster. Let's go do everyone's favorite lighthouse, Point Hope. Some people may call it Point Nope because they won't do it. And if you're actually trying to farm, I would not recommend farming on Point Hope, but I guess you could if you wanted to try to get the Lighthouse Keeper badge. Maybe. Not the best for farming, though. So, let's move it along here. I don't know why that door opening scared me. It's going to be that room. So if you're close to it and you interact with it, it opens it. So it's like, why are you opening? Are you here? Okay. Took me forever to do that. And no orbs. I'll take it. You know what the ghost was? Easy. It did disappear when we took the photo of it. The timing of it is what I kind of question, but when we pulled up our book, we did see that the ghost was gone. It was a clear picture, counted as a ghost photo, so therefore we knew it was a phantom. We did get the spirit box right away, which is a piece of evidence for the phantom, and we didn't have orbs, so we knew it was not a mimic. That was an easy point, Hope. Let's do another. God, look out. Look out from behind. All right. So we have the same one that we did last time, surprisingly enough. We just might have more use for it. So if our option is spirit box, we have quite a few. We do not need to circle spirit, just does it automatically. All right. Again, keep in mind, forced evidence. Does it come into play here? And we will go from there. Very important. Very important. It's not an Oni. Not an Oni. Alright. We're going to stick you in here. Stick you. So, again, we know those two are lit to test for certain ghosts. So we can leave, and we can come back later and see if it's out. We know we only have one more that we need to light. So you're just kind of keeping track that way. So we do know it did step in the salt. It did stink in the sink. We'll go ahead and relight that one. Alright, I'm going to go ahead and do this. 2, 3. Do one more? Okay. So that should put us down to just about 0. So let's see what we got. Okay. I do think we know what that ghost was, though. Do you know? Right, the ghost was another phantom, which we did get 14 blood points on. Very weird. 2 phantoms in a row here on Point Hope. Let's go through how we eliminated other ghosts, though. This phantom was nowhere near as kind as the other one was to us. We knew our one piece of evidence was going to be Spirit Box, and we knew that right away because we had no orbs. We could rule out a mimic. Ghost stepped in salt fairly quickly, so it could not be a wraith. When we set up the Onryo test, blew out the 3 candles, it did not hunt after that 3rd blowout, so we could rule that out. Now know that one of the best ways from here is just to get hunted. But you can tell from observing it that that ghost stayed invisible longer than it stayed visible. So the ghost was going to be a phantom.
Slips away.
Alright, 3 for 3 with Spirit Box for this. Don't see any orbs, so y'all should be pretty good with Spirit Box tests. We don't know if it's spirit or not, but let's find out. Alright, put that down. should have done that. You're like throwing everything, aren't you? Alright, so that should be 2 blowouts. Alright, let's get hunted, baby. Oh, you know where I am? Lucky guess, Grandma. Grandma knows all. Does she know what ghost she is? Do you know what ghost it is? I think you should. That's right, the ghost was a wraith. We got our 19 blood points there. Doing our part. Now, I was kind of sus a wraith sort of right away after we kept going back and forth from the truck and didn't step in salt. So I was pretty confident about that. But let's go through what we could officially rule out, eh? So evidence was spirit box. We knew right away it was wraith. It didn't step with the salt. No, I'm just kidding. So we knew it wasn't a mimic because it didn't have orbs. It blew out the 3 candles. Didn't hunt. So we knew it was an Onryo. By that point, I was pretty sus of wraith. I just wanted to go ahead, get hunted, set up the salt down there, know where it's coming from. Did not step in it. We knew it was a wraith. The game's not that hard. You can do it. You can learn. You can learn. How about 3 stalkers roamers in a row? Good lord. Okay, let's move on to Willow. I swear those Point Hope games took longer to set up than actually find the ghosts. Or the ghost type, I guess. Obviously, finding the ghost is pretty easy when you have the mirror, which I do set it so we can get through as many as possible. You are in the garage already? Okay. And we do have orbs. Alright, are the orbs real? We're gonna find out, aren't we? Alright, we're gonna set these down. Leave me a comment. Let me know. How do you prefer for me to find a mimic when I do one evidence? Do you like it where you just get hunted repeatedly until it changes and you're like, oh, hey, that's a mimic? Or do you like me trying to find the evidence? Freezing kind of takes the pain, though, doesn't it? Alright, both of our candles are out, actually. So, I want to sort of just keep that in mind. It's very weird with the new vent. Like, some doors don't close. They like just like go, I guess, fully open. I don't know why. They just sort of do, you know? Coincidence? Ah, dang it, Ghost. I don't want you to stay down there. So obviously you know what that ghost is, right? So obviously that ghost was an Onryo. Our Onryo test finally paid off, right? Finally. I feel like we do that all the time when we never actually get Onryo. It's probably one of the more rare ghosts I get. Alright, anyways, we got 19 Blood Moon points for that, and let's show you, I mean, really, there wasn't much to it. It's why I like to test Onryo early, because it does help get it out the way. But basically, we kind of just started with our tests, and the first thing we tested for was Onryo. We got it. Some things to kind of keep in mind with that. That's why I always say you want to wait a little bit after that third blowout, because sometimes it does take a few seconds to actually start hunting. If you were to relight a candle right then and there, like, it could have been an Onryo and you didn't know because it took some time to hunt. Sometimes the hunt's instant, sometimes it's like 6 seconds. So you do just want to give it a little bit before you start relighting candles, which there's really no need to relight the candles unless you're then trying to farm interaction photos from it. But, you know, give it some time. You're like 10 seconds. Just wait a little bit to do it. That'd be like the best thing. That was nice. I liked it. I feel like we don't get Onryos a lot when we do this. Was that an orb? Yes. Okay. So it's in the here again. I don't even think I need that. But y'all should already know there were 2 ghosts here. If you do have ghost orbs, that you can go ahead and rule out. You remember, it is Hantu and Obeg. Just in case you forgot, these forced evidence, I'll go ahead and give you some freebies. Don't say I never did anything for you, okay? Don't say I never did anything for you. Hantus have forced freezing, Obakes have forced UV. Okay. Very important there. We know that it is absolutely, positively, 100%. I don't know. It's a good time to ask Spirit Box questions. Did you know the ghost is right on top of you right after an event? We get it! Okay. I'm calm. Don't worry. I'm calm. Hey, you already blew out both of those? Okay. I hear you, Ghosty. I hear you. Take a look. So we know that the count's at 2. So we're only going to light 1. We're also listening in on the paramic. Okay. We're probably in range where we want to start to think about getting hunted, because we can probably figure out the ghost. Snap. A lot of people ask me, like, how close do you have to be to actually get it? And as you see, you have to be super flipping close. You have to be, like, really, really, really close. For this ghost, you know what it is, right? That's right, it was a yokai. We got 16 Blood Moon points, and a very easy way to figure out the yokai. Of course, it did not listen to our radio. Did not detect it at all. And yes, you have to be really, really close for the ghost to be able to detect it. So you have to be, like, really, really, really close for this ghost. Let's see here. What do we got? Okay, good, good. I mean, we should have pretty good experience working with this. So, We do have orbs. Now, are the orbs real is the question. We have had orbs a lot today, so you should be somewhat familiar with how to test for a lot of these ghosts. So, look at what we got here. It's really kind of just kind of waiting for a hunt, pretty much. We'll do our other checks. I don't see anything else so far. No way would it be freezing or anything else this soon. We do have to do the Onryo check first. We don't have to, but, you know, we will, because it's pretty good. I'm going to set these two. I'm just going to leave that one down, so if it does blow it out, we'll figure it out. Okay. Now it has... back for that. No. Nothing. Guess we could do salt stuff as well, but okay. Thank you for confirming that you are here. We could do that to confirm with Spirit Box. Don't know if that's a coincidence or not. What do you think it is, Stella? What do you think it is, huh? You wanna give your guess? Oh, Stella, have I taught you nothing? Have I taught you nothing, Stella? Stella thinks it's a Raiju. It's not a Raiju. I knew Stella was no good at Phasmo. Okay. We could try to get our sanity back up and redo the Onryo test. I'm not convinced, if that's what you're thinking, that that's what it is. We might be dead here. It's weird. Because with the... I'm just baffled. Like, why is it showing that it's in here, but it's always spawning out here? Okay. Ghost hack's so weird over here. It's like they get stuck. It's kind of funny. It's kind of scary at the same time because I have no idea. Oh, you caught up to me pretty closely there. Ooh, you kind of gave me a scare there, buddy. You kind of gave me a scare. To be honest, I don't really know what this ghost is going to be. I don't know if we ever really confirmed if we had UV or not. I have my timer still going. I don't know why. Sometimes I just forget to turn it off. Is that enough? I mean, that's what I was leaning towards anyways. Let's call it here.
Welcome back. I've prepared some jobs for you.
Alright, so let's go over exactly what it was there, which was very annoying. I think it's actually the first time I got anything wrong in the You Decide, and I was like, you know what, we're going to keep it in there because I think it's a good learning lesson of even if you do know a bunch, you can still get it wrong, and it's okay to fail. It's not the end of the world. I don't try to act like I know every single thing about this game because obviously I don't. Also, what makes it so fun but frustrating at the same time? Alright, so forced evidence. We know it ain't a Haunt 2 or an Obake. Knew that when it hunted, it was normal speed, so it was not a Raiju, not a Fae. Not a Revenant either. Never did the Yurei ability, so I really didn't think that was it. It was always the same. We never got any other evidence, so I didn't think it was going to be a mimic. So I told you when it blew out that third candle and it hunted, it seemed like a longer delay than usual, which I always say there is a delay. I thought that the delay was too long for us to be in Onryo. But here's why I also ruled out an Onryo, because when we relit the candles, because I wanted to double check, the ghost hunted while there was still a lit candle in that room. To me, I would think 4 meters would cover that whole room. That's why I ruled out Onryo. We were able to rule out a yokai because it did come to us when we activated our radio. It never really roamed to us anywhere, so I wasn't thinking Banshee. I mean, really, I was down to Mare just because it would never do its ability, and I cannot stand Mares. So I thought it was a Mare. It ended up being an Onryo. We didn't get a nice, good Onryo there. It was a stinky one. All right, non-stinky ghost, please. All right, ghost in the dining room, which is kind of annoying because I love to hide here. Let's see. What do we got? No orbs. Let's set the book down and let's take our sanity. All right. Make sure there's no orb that just went nowhere. Oh, okay. Great time to do Spirit Box. Let's see, and I think I will do... I wanted to put up another dots, but since we... Okay, I don't know why that didn't show up before. Always, man. I swear, today's just been a ghost orb kind of day, has it not? Redemption round. Redemption round. For me. Maybe y'all got the last one right. I know I sure didn't. Alright, let's do what we do best, and that is get hunted. Okay, I did not actually mean right now. Okay. Yeah, I did not actually mean right there, Ghosty. But that's fine. You know, that's fine. My God. This one does sound a bit faster here. You won't fool us, Mr. Mimic. No, 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 no. No, 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 no. I'm not going to lie. I really thought that we were going to end up with another mare there, and I was going to be mad because it never did its ability. But let's go through all this. Obviously, Hantu, Obake, they have forced freezing, forced UV, so couldn't be that. Blew out the third candle. Did not hunt, so therefore could not be an Onryo. It was normal speed. So not a Raiju, Thay, or a Revenant. It came to us when we called it, so it was not a Yokai. It was down to these. It never really roamed to us in the room. It never did its mare ability, but you can never really rule out a mare unless it turns on a light. Yurei, again, when it comes down to mare Yurei, I'm like, I'm going to go with the one that's less likely to do its ability, which is mare. But there's always a possibility of a Mimic, and never forget about the Mimic or you will so pay, because our actual piece of evidence was freezing. If you want to play along with more You Decide series, you can click or tap the screen now to see our last full one. We also have one on the weekly challenge, so definitely check out those. Thank you so much to all the channel members and the Twitch subscribers. I greatly appreciate all of the extra support. Happy hunting, everybody, and I'll see you in another You Decide.